Welcome back to another episode of Haunted Andrew, where family's everything.
Until it's not.
I love that we only record in one a week, but I do miss you.
Oh, I know. We used to have 2 or 3 shows depending, but you know what? That was tiring too, let's face it.
Yeah, well, apparently Bravo's like gearing up for everything to air all at once.
Oh, I think OC and New Jersey will be doing together, don't you?
Maybe, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
It'll
because
overlap like whatever we did last year.
and then New York will be coming on a little bit. And before we know it, we'll be back to Salt Lake. You know, it
Southern
snowed.
Charm.
Southern Charm won't be for a while.
Yeah, but Salt Lake won't be either.
Oh, I hate that.
I
hate that.
know.
You know what I love? My girl, she likes every time I mention
Lisa
her.
Barlow.
Lisa Barlow. Every time I mention her on Aunt and Andrew on Instagram, she gives me a heart and a thumbs up, which I really, really love.
You guys
Okay,
are besties.
Vanderpump. Lisa is like my spirit animal.
Uh,
I just want to say that one, I have like 3 thoughts on the whole episode.
okay.
One is poor Summer Moon because she's in her brace. 2 is so nice that she has a daddy that puts her makeup on her while mommy's getting her makeup on.
Oh,
That
that's
was a
true.
really cute scene where Scheana was doing her makeup and Brock was there putting makeup on Summer Moon. It was cute.
I love that.
And then we found out what business Brock is in. He owns gyms. I
Owned.
like
Past tense.
yeah, gyms. He owned gyms. And you know who that reminded me of?
Of course. Tamra and Eddie.
Eddie Judge. That's Eddie Judge. He had a gym too. It was called Cut.
Cut Fitness.
Mhm.
Brock is a troublemaker.
Yeah, but you know what I like about Brock? Like Brock doesn't care. He's just speaking the truth in every aspect. He's speaking his truth. And Allie does the same thing, but Allie toes the line. Like she makes sure she stays all girl, that she's onto girl code, that she doesn't cross them in any
Allie's
way.
smart.
And she's smart and she's saying what she wants, but she toes the line. I can't say that about Mr. Brock. He's
No.
looking to he's looking to move to the Valley and maybe be a co-star
Star.
on a new show.
I
That's
think
all
so.
I'm going to say. Yeah.
But I will tell you this. I think that like he was stupid at the beach when he just brings up these really weird things right in front of Ariana. Like I thought she did a really good job for a while. She was just kind of like sitting there rolling her eyes. And
Yeah,
then
but
all of
there's
a sudden,
so much before the beach.
I know, but I'm just saying we were talking about Brock. And then all
Yeah.
of a sudden though, she's just like, can you not? Like it was like, and I got it. Like that was one of the only things I actually thought like I agreed with her on. But let's start from the beginning.
Okay. The beginning is that Katie was at exercise class with the girls.
Oh, yes.
She is the most miserable human being on the planet.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like, oh, yeah, I don't know why people talk about endorphins. Like, just have a glass of wine. Like, is there anything that she's genuinely happy about except other people's misery? I think the only time she's genuinely happy is when other people are miserable.
Yeah, I mean, or when she's hooking up with her ex's best friend.
Okay, now, am I wrong that Tom Schwartz kissing Rachel is not even near the same thing?
He did it first. That's what she said. All bets are off now.
Okay, but a kiss and sleeping with somebody are 2 different
Doesn't
things.
matter.
No?
They had a deal. We don't hook up with anyone in the friend group. I think it's genius that she did she got him back exactly the way she should have.
Do you know what I'm going to say?
What?
If Schwartz had never kissed Rachel,
it would have been wrong.
No, she would have done it anyways.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
but it would have been wrong.
Would have. That's
no,
Katie.
but it would have been wrong if
Katie,
she did.
Listen, Katie's a do what I say, not as I do kind of person. That's just how Katie is. I mean, you know what I think? I think Schwartz was lucky to get rid of her.
Okay. I don't really have an opinion of her. You get really like intense.
Oh, I don't know what it is about Katie. I just can't stand her.
It's okay.
She's just worse and worse all the time. And she was never great. You know, actually, it's quite amazing with her.
No, Tequila Katie was great.
Listen, it's actually amazing with her level of excitement and interest as a human being that she's even on TV.
I think that you don't remember how messy she used to be when they loved it.
Yeah, she was messy, but she hasn't been messy for 7-8 years. She really hasn't been.
Yeah, well, She serves a purpose on the show. You need to have different types of cast members.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But she's too much. I don't know. Excuse me. My eyes are tearing today. I have allergies from the change of temperature.
Oh,
I don't know. I just, I'm going to tell you, Ariana and Katie are fatiguing me. Like, I don't know if anybody else ever has on a show.
huh. Okay.
They're just so annoying.
I
And I
didn't
mean,
think
you know
Katie
when
was
I
that
like
bad.
Ariana? I like Ariana when she's with Ann. When she's not with Ann, I have no use for her.
Ariana,
Ann makes Ariana happy.
Anne is wonderful.
Yes,
I loved Anne all
Ann's
dressed
terrific.
up.
And Ann, I know she didn't get hired though.
Oh, I think she did. I just don't think we know yet.
Oh.
How about like I was waiting for someone to call out Tom when they were like, "Did you fire Anne?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, I haven't made a decision yet. I just gave her a couple days." Like if I was there, I would have been like, "And you don't think you are a manipulative, chauvinistic gaslighter that you told your like female assistant to take a few days and then you would decide if she would potentially have a job?" That is the most manipulative,
I
controlling thing I've ever seen.
don't know. I like Tom more and more every episode.
All I can think about is that his breath smells like Diet Coke, Red Bull, and cigarettes.
Oh, is that a thing?
Red Bull and cigarettes. I don't know why I said Diet Coke.
Oh, isn't it Diet Red Bull?
I don't know.
I've never had a Red Bull. Do you believe it?
That's gross. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah, I've never had any of those drinks. They scam me. I'm afraid.
Oh,
And speaking of a lot of caffeine, how about Ariana?
I
For
know.
goodness sake, she had how many? I wrote
How
it
big
down.
were the
How many
espresso shots?
espressos did she
6.
have? Six espresso shots.
So she
Say
wanted to
that
keep
three
her
times fast.
caffeine kick
Six
going.
espresso shots. Six espresso
6
shots.
espresso shots.
Can you say it three times fast?
6 espresso shots. 6 espresso shots. 6 espresso shots.
Yeah, I
6
can't.
espresso shots.
Six espresso
There's a
shots.
lot of S's.
Six espresso shots.
6
Six
espresso shots.
espresso
6
shots.
espresso shots. 6
Yeah,
espresso shots.
it's the Botox. I can't say it.
What did you
I
think
can't.
about
I thought it
Tom
was who?
overhearing Ariana and Anne's conversation?
Yeah, well, he lives in the house. That's how I feel. It's
Okay.
free game. They live in the house. And I thought it was sketchy AF that she has the designer come in and say, the things I wanted, I'm taking. She's gotten so petty, Ariana. And somebody needs to get,
What do
hopefully
you
we're
mean?
going to,
I
what do
think
I
that if they're
mean?
gonna be
Yeah,
no.
behind you, you see that
I
penis flute?
understand her
She
living
doesn't
room, but
want it. Do you
like you
see
know how
that lamp,
expensive
that
furniture
thing?
is?
Yes, I know how expensive furniture is,
So
but it
why
should
wait,
be.
no, wait, here's
They
my
have two
question.
couches. You take one, I take the other.
You
What's
don't think okay, no, but that's not what he said. He wanted to buy the house as is from her.
right?
So what she wanted was to make sure that it wasn't just the house that he was going to make an offer on. He's not just going to get the house with all the furniture
She wants the house and the
because he
furniture.
didn't buy most of
With
the furniture, so he
money,
doesn't remember how much it is. So that's why
right?
she just had her come in to produce a price list, who bought who, and to send it off to the attorney. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Oh gosh, you're
Talk
petty
about
too.
petty. He's the one telling her she owes him like money on bills like the month that he cheated on her and she didn't even tell him to just go pound sand and leave the house.
Is there anything Ariana can do for you to see that she's being mean?
I think she's mean. I just don't
You
have the
do.
severe views of her like you do.
No, it's just that, like Lala said last week, they've all shared saliva.
It's not that like I don't know why you missed this part.
I don't.
Raquel would sleep over their house and they were close friends. And
Beware of women or men who sleep at your house. I'm just going
tell
to say
me
that.
another time on this show where two cast members have lived together in a home and one of them has befriended a girl and then her boyfriend, long term of 10 years, decided
but
to
how
befriend
about
her as well. And then for 8 months, behind the scenes while filming a television show.
Yeah, but Jax was with Tom, lived with Tom and did Kristen
Yes.
on the couch.
That's a Jax and Tom problem.
Okay, but they got over it. And they
Okay.
were all still friends.
Okay, but did they do it in Jax or Tom and Kristen's house?
I think actually Tom and Jax were living together, and Kristen was there for Tom, and Tom fell asleep and went to bed, and so she was up and Jax was up, and they just did what
I mean, I
people
think that
I
they've all
assume people who are
agreed.
high as a kite do.
I think that they have all agreed. Like, I can't believe that you think that that's the same.
I don't think it's any different.
You don't think the circumstances were different?
It doesn't matter what the circumstances are.
What do you mean?
I mean, Jax and Tom were friends. Tom was with Kristen. Tom went to bed. Jax and Kristen hooked up. How is that different than Ariana and Raquel are friends? Ariana lives with Tom. Ariana was out of town. And they
No.
hooked up.
Don't say Ariana was out of town.
She was
The
out
first
of town.
time they hooked up, Ariana was upstairs sleeping and they banged in her car.
And Tom was sleeping when Jax did
Then Ariana
Kristen.
went out of town and dong banged her. Then they went to Mexico and Tom banged her. They did it for 10 months. It wasn't a one-night stand.
They fell in love. They fell
Have you been watching Rachel Goes Rogue?
I did watch some of it. I think she's kind of lost it though.
You do.
I do. Like, I can talk about that. Like, I tell you all the time, two things can be true at the same time.
But I don't think anyone is saying that
Like
no one is
Raquel
saying
can
that
sleep
none
with
of them have
Tom,
cheated.
and Raquel on Going Rogue is crazy.
Okay, but what
And you want to know what's crazy about her podcast? Is that she talks like right here into the camera. You're not even paying. You missed that whole skit.
I'm thinking about what you're saying. Like, it doesn't.
No, you're not. You missed it. This is Raquel on her podcast. Hey, hi. It's too close. I can see the hair in her nose. Back up. Okay, we're never going to agree. So let's talk about the episode because we're never going to agree on that.
I mean, not many people agree with you on that. Like
Okay,
the
that's
act of cheating,
fine.
yes, but the circumstances and the long-term approach, the lying, the amount of people that thought something was going on. I mean, Tom lied to his employer. Tom lied. Like, it was a whole different ballgame. They were pressed on this.
Listen, people having an affair lie. They don't tell the truth.
Get that.
So that's almost, a misnomer.
But no one said, hey, Tom, did you and Chris or Jax, did you and Kristen
still talking about this?
You and Kristen bang?
Over a year. It's been over a year.
But did you and Kristen bang? Did you and Kristen bang? No. Did you? Hey, Tom, remember that night? Did you and Kristen bang? No. For 10 months?
No, it was Jax. Kristen.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, did Kristen and Jax bang, Tom? Oh, no, I don't know. No, that stuff didn't happen. There was no, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, but there were so many instances in the show.
Did Tom have any family members die?
And all that stuff.
Did Tom have any family members die?
I don't know. Everybody seems to have had somebody die on the show.
In the middle of cheating?
He was lonely.
That's why I'm saying consider the circumstances.
Okay, we're never going to agree on that. But what I want to tell you, what I find is very interesting about the show.
What's that?
Okay, is that despite the fact they're the #1 show on cable TV, they're still eating pizza on paper plates
from Little Caesars.
And playing, which they seem to enjoy, by the way, and playing basketball barefoot in like a concrete jungle. I mean, really, they really highlighted that James, first of all, the camera's coming, put the boxes away. He must have had 45 empty boxes in the hallway.
For
Find
Lala's
a spot
event.
for them. Yes, for the water
And
event.
what about how much the pizza cost? What was the pizza crust made out of? 24 karat gold, Lala?
How much was it?
$150, she said. For what? 4 Little Caesars? Aren't they $5 each?
I mean, it was crazy. And then, well, the water was $1,200 a bottle.
The whole thing didn't make sense to me.
No, but you know what? They kept on showing James. They make sure they shade these people, and they must kind of not like James because they kept on showing the boxes in the entryway, which is where if you're gonna have the boxes, go put them in your bedroom, like really, where nobody's gonna go.
Why
The cameras are coming, clean your house, and
can't
then they kept on showing the concrete
And
in
they
the
showed a
back of
plane
his
again.
yard, and they play, and then when they were playing basketball, honest to God, I think back of Sir looks better than James's driveway. It looked like a concrete jungle. It did. It had like cinder blocks in the driveway, the whole thing. Everybody else saw it. I guarantee you. Go back and look. It looks like they're at the park. It looks
My
like they're in
question
the back of Sir.
is that why can't Tom Sandoval ever say, Ariana, I made a mistake. I was trying to fix the air conditioner and I didn't realize your dog was still in the room. I am sorry.
Yeah, because he's the attempted dog murderer. He's an attempted dog murderer.
And that's all
And
he
I
could
was
focus
kind of
on.
on Lala with that too. Well, if you threw out your disgusting leftovers, that's what Lala did say. If you threw out your disgusting leftovers because you did a trash bag commercial, see, I told you all along, they're starting to get jealous that she's having all of this success. Ariana, the book, Dancing with the Stars, Glad, trash bags. Nobody else is doing that. They are getting a little snarky about her success. And you know what? When she says to him, Tom, you ruined my life. That was going to be my house. I was going to raise my children in. First of all, she just wanted children like 45 seconds before any of this happened. And number two, Tom didn't ruin her life. Tom made her life. Her life was going to be miserable with Tom. The best thing Tom did ever for Ariana is to have an affair with Raquel.
Okay. That doesn't take away from what he did.
No, I'm not saying it did, but he didn't ruin her life. He made
the life
her life.
she had, he ruined. Now she is now experiencing a new one, but that other life is over.
Yeah, and I think she likes this life better.
I don't think it's been long enough for her to know that. I think she's
she
enjoying
loves
some
it.
superficial things. I don't think she knows what her long-term happiness is going to look like, her long-term comfort, being at home, all these different things.
No,
She has to stay at a house where like Raquel has banged her boyfriend. Like, I just let you talk because I'm gonna pull this clip out. I can't wait for everyone to bash you.
I don't care if they bash me. I don't know. I'm just like over Ariana. And you know what? I told you I'm over Katie too.
Yeah, Katie, but they're not they're mutually exclusive.
And I'm kind of over Scheana. And I am over Sandoval. And I'm a little
No, you
over
didn't.
James.
You said you like him. You said that Sandoval, you just said before.
I know I said I'm liking him more and more each week, but I
So
still
you're
don't
over
really
him?
like him. I'm kind of, now that I
Wait,
think
wait,
about
you're
it, I'm
liking
over
him
him
more
too.
and more each
Actually, I
week.
think the only two people on this show right now I can tolerate are Lala and Schwartz.
They're friends now, you can tell too. Bye,
Yeah.
Schwartzy.
Oh, hey.
Every episode,
They're
bye,
the
Schwartzy.
only, and I think Schwartz is a nice guy, and I think Katie was mean to him.
I think that you see like you really, really, really read into like a lot of this. Like,
Yeah, well, I think it's my perspective as an adult. I know things happen in people's lives, and I think they're all. Oh, speaking of things happening,
I think you also keep forgetting that Ariana defended Tom when people said he's cheating on you with Raquel, and she was like, "No, he's not." There's like so much here that you're forgetting.
Well,
Half the
it
cast
happens.
came
I
up to
forget. I'm
her.
old.
Half the cast came up to her and was like, you need to watch your man. This is going on. And she's like, no, you said you were taking a crap when so-and-so left. No, you told so-and-so to leave at the party. And then you went home with Raquel. Like,
Yeah,
and then
all
she
of that.
looked
I
like a
know.
fool.
Maybe I need to go back and watch the season.
I think you just have to remember that yes, things turned quickly. for Ariana. Positive.
True.
But put yourself in her shoes before that business started to develop.
I get it. I'm just saying I'm over it.
And how about the fact that she doesn't even know? Imagine this. What am I going to be viewing on TV when this airs?
What do you
Like,
mean?
like when
Explain.
the show hadn't, uh, the show hadn't aired. Like, it hadn't even started airing yet.
When?
Was the show already on when
When
the
it
cheating
broke?
scandal came out?
Yes. Yes, it was. Yes, it did. Yes,
Okay.
we were in the middle of this season, like with about 4 or 5 episodes left, maybe even more. It was like halfway through the season because Pump Rules always comes out in like January and it broke March.
Okay, so imagine she's halfway through her season and then she's like, wait, this has been going on for this long?
Right.
I know what's come. I know what time frame is
Remember,
coming up on the show.
they stopped filming. They were
Yeah.
done filming
Okay.
and they went back and
I
had
get
one
it.
more episode.
But
Right.
she knew that the affair had been going on for months. So, like, in her mind, she was like, I got to go watch back these episodes to see what I noticed that I didn't notice before.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
no idea
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm going to
yeah,
see
yeah,
that I
yeah.
didn't
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah.
And then once it came out there, anything that production got that maybe they weren't going to show or that they didn't think much of, they then went back and watched everything again as
Oh,
well.
yeah, and then they were editing like crazy,
So I
putting
have a
things
ton
in.
of empathy for Ariana. I think that she has to make a decision. Do you want to forgive Tom and keep your job? Or do you like not even forgive? Do you want to move
Well,
on so that you can keep your
she's gonna
job?
be Love Island's new host.
Okay. How many people watch that show?
More than watch Morning Joe.
No, probably more
Yeah.
than Vanderpump Rules.
More than Morning Joe. Morning Joe's one of the lowest rated cable shows. I don't know why, but it is. Just an FYI, it's one of the lowest rated shows on cable.
I don't think that
Just so
any
you know.
Bravo reality show gets less viewers than Morning, or I don't think any Bravo show gets more viewers than Morning Joe.
Every single one does.
I guarantee you that's not true.
No, it's not. I'm absolutely positively can tell you 100% that and it came out Beverly Hills had their best ratings ever this season. And a lot of people have been complaining that the Umanskis are giving up more on selling Beverly Hills than they ever did on the Housewives. And I think they must make a lot more money.
I'm fine.
That's what I think. I'm telling you, I know that for a fact because I look at them all the time. I keep on looking for Aunt and Andrew to make the list, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, Morning Joe's very low rated show. Very.
Okay.
It is.
Keep going.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to say?
No,
I thought it was interesting when the water sommelier came, he said that they were drinking dinosaur piss. Because I don't really believe in dinosaurs. That's a whole other thing. I'm not sure dinosaurs ever really existed. I know we have fossils and stuff, but there's nobody took a picture. I haven't seen a selfie on Instagram yet, so I'm not sure.
I mean, what I see right here is this.
Yeah, Beverly Hills had their best season.
I'm not looking at that. I'm just looking at.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. I think, and I want to tell you, I wrote down here, Lala is right about it all. She is. Like, and you know what? When Ariana was going after Brock at the beach and the whole bit, I just kept on thinking to myself, just shut up, Ariana, and you shut up too, Katie. I mean, I know that's their role. It's better to be hated than to nobody to know you're there. This was like the quietest James episode we've had the whole time, too.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was quiet James episode. Not a lot of James, a lot of Scheana, a lot of Ariana, a lot of Ann, a lot of Ariana, a lot of Tom, a lot of Ariana. That's all they got. They're kind of like, you know, maybe it's just that I'm sick of it. It's been what, 13 months of this story and we're still talking about it like it
Yeah,
happened
we're
last
still
week.
talking about it because of the fact that like there was a lot of stuff that wasn't left undone. But at the, or
Yeah,
that
I
there
know
was,
that, but that's where my fatigue comes in.
I guess.
Yeah, you guess. Okay.
I'm trying to find out these Morning Joe ratings.
Well, just put in, hey Siri, what's Morning Joe's rating? It's
That
that
you're not
simple.
gonna find.
That's all you have to do. There we are. It comes right up. You see, you're Googling too hard. It says right here, the ratings high or low. They're very low. It says here. It says right here, Morning Joe ratings. The lowest, they've had the lowest rating since 2007. They only have a 600.
No, on
Morning
April
Joe,
1st,
morning.
2024, they had 1,808 or and 1,084,000 viewers. That is more than any Bravo show right now.
How many?
Over 1 million.
Okay, well, it says here I have that Morning Joe got 600 and CNN had 400,000 and Fox and Friends has 1.1. So
I see 1,084,000, 1.2 on March 29th, 1.146 on March 28th, 1.18 on March 27th.
Okay, well, this isn't a Morning Joe review. I just
All
wanna
I'm
say.
telling you is that like no mainstream cable news is getting less view than
Oh,
Bravo.
lots of them are. Yeah, Bravo is getting way more views. Absolutely.
Okay.
There's so many more people care about Vanderpump Rules than care about Morning Joe. That's
Okay.
a fact.
Okay.
You don't think so?
I just think that people turn on the news in the morning and they aren't even watching it. It's just not on.
I don't know a lot of people who even watch the news anymore.
I don't know why we're talking about this, but
I don't, because I'm just telling you, I think where it's at is Bravo, and I think the roll-offs probably get more views than Morning Joe. Anyways, I didn't like when they went to the beach that Ariana is trying to control what everybody can and cannot say. It's
did
just
you
too
watch
much.
the
She
same
was
show
too
that I
much
watched?
with Brock. Yes, I did. She comes in like Queen Ariana, and you have to listen to her. And even Scheana is there with her eyes rolling, going to herself. Oh my God, Brock, shut up. She's gonna get mad at me. Like,
Because they're sitting at the beach together, and you shouldn't be asking Sandoval about hooking up with Raquel in front of Ariana.
he said he was going to a singles thing.
I get it, but like, what do you think she's supposed to say when that happens? Yeah, tell me about it, guys.
Yeah, that's what she should have said.
What?
She should have said that. Yeah, come on and tell us, Tom. What's going on, Tom? Let's hear it, Tom. Yeah. Oh, you're going on a singles. Let's hear it, Tom. Come on, Tom. Come on. That's what I would do.
Okay.
Why are you so surprised?
Because that's not normal.
None of this is normal. It is not. No, I'm getting heated now. It is not normal to be on a show
With your
with
ex.
a group of people where you're all forced to be together
Of
to get a
course.
paycheck. It makes it uncomfortable.
So you don't think that Brock is just trying to get airtime?
No, I do think that.
Okay, well, Sheena's like, shut up.
Two things can, remember, I tell you, two things can be true at the same time.
Okay, but
Brock
Ariana's
can
been on
be
the show for
trying
11
to-
seasons. She
Brock
knows what he's
can-
trying to do. So she's
Yeah.
like, shut up.
I know, but she needs to wrangle it in. I'm with Lala on this. She needs to get control of her hatred. It's not working for her.
I disagree. I think she needs to make a choice if she's going to be on the show or not. If she's going to be on the show, she needs to get over it. If she doesn't want to be on the show, she doesn't ever needs to get over it. Move on with your life.
That's true, but I think she is going to come. I mean, I think that's what the fight at the reunion was all about.
I think the fight at the reunion is probably how Lala has been saying a lot of shit about Ariana in her confessional interviews and all that. And I also think it has to do with the fact that like
And I kind of agree with Lala.
I don't have really an opinion because like I just know that none of it's normal and I'm not going to try to think of it from a normal lens. Because if you want to talk about normal, Lala didn't want anyone anywhere near Randall.
True.
Now
Ever
here's the
before
difference.
and after.
Randall's not a cast member on the show.
True.
So Lala doesn't have to deal with Randall being around.
True. Right. I get it.
So I just think that it's a different situation and that Ariana should say, I know how hard this is for you guys. We all want to get a paycheck from Bravo and we're all on the same show.
Okay, you want to know what I think? Now that I'm thinking about this as you speak, my biggest problem is they live in a house together.
Yep.
They do not communicate.
Yep.
They go to Allie and James's house.
Yep.
They make everyone uncomfortable. Everybody's sitting there. Oh, God. They go to the beach. They make everyone uncomfortable. There's none of this is going on at their house, though, because they don't talk at their house.
Yeah, they're not forced to. It has to do with the show is the reason why this happens.
Absolutely. But I'm saying as a viewer, I'm saying to myself, you're right there in that living room all the time. Like, hash it out there. Don't hash it out in front of people all the time. I know she doesn't want to. She wants to hold on to it forever.
No, she doesn't want anything to do with him, but she wants a check. And so does he.
Yeah, I don't blame them.
So we're never going to get what we want because it's not real.
But at the same time, they could be fighting right there in that living room behind you.
I know. But what I'm trying to tell you is they don't even want to fight.
And I think the fight would be way more interesting if it happened right there.
They don't want to fight. They don't want to speak to each other.
No,
they don't want to ever talk.
I disagree. I think Ariana really, really wants to fight. Like, she's not done. Tom's done because he loves Raquel and he misses her and he's moved on because he's a narcissist, but she still loves him no matter what she says.
Maybe, but at the same time,
because she's too upset about it. I know people that like they get over it because they don't care about them. She still loves him.
They get over it because they're not filming a television show where they have to see them all the time.
That
and
too.
the public's not talking about
but you know what? People still go online and they like stalk their exes and stuff. And they see everything they're doing, and it just keeps on building in them and building in them and building in them. That's why you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't even be on social media. Oh, except for YouTube.
Are you comparing following your ex and staying friends with them on Facebook with Sandoval?
Yeah, I don't think exes should follow each other on Facebook.
It's a whole different ballgame, and I agree with you. But
do you follow your exes on Facebook?
It depends who they are. It depends when we broke up. It depends. I don't really. I think people care way too much about this shit. Like, I just think that if I was Tom and Ariana, I would say to the producers, what do we need to do to keep our checks coming?
And that's what they're doing.
No, they're not, because one of them's gonna have to leave. It's uncomfortable.
It's going to be Ariana. It's going to be Ariana because she's going to outgrow the show.
Okay.
Do you think so?
I think that it would have to be on her own accord, or they're going to lose a ton of viewers because people still hate him and don't hate her.
Well, she'll come back and make guest shots. I don't know. Who's your mess? We beat this show up.
You.
Yoo-hoo! Happy dance.
Brock, for sure.
Brock is your mess?
Yes.
I think James is always the mess.
Okay, well, if it was a person, then I think, or if it's a situation, also, you know who's also messy? James's mom. Like, stay out of it. No one needs to. Why are you talking about Sandoval with Lisa Vanderpump? Who gave you that friggin' opportunity? Like, I think it was so fake, that scene.
It was so
fake.
Oh, and you know what? Before we go, Jax was seen recorded in a bar this week. It might have been Jack's Studio City or whatever it's called there. Saying, oh, you know, it's a scripted show. Vanderpump Rules is a scripted show. It's all over the internet. So he's trying to make it out like Vanderpump is completely scripted.
And you know what I say? The Valley's ratings suck.
I know. Well, because the show stinks. Do you think Vanderpump Rules is scripted?
No. I think that they put them in uncomfortable situations that they wouldn't choose to be in, but I don't think they tell them what to say.
Okay.
So I
That's
think
fair.
it's constructed reality. I've said this before, where like I don't think it's scripted, but I do
Okay.
believe that they put them in positions where they wouldn't be. So it definitely has a level of just fiction to it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like
I
Tom and
think they
Ariana
know.
wouldn't be around each other at James' house if there weren't cameras.
Never. Neither
So
would,
like,
yeah.
so Ariana
Or
calling him a
Schwartz.
dog murderer, like they didn't tell her to say that, but yet she wouldn't have said it if they weren't there, if they weren't filming, because it wouldn't have come through her tongue, because it just wouldn't have made TV. It would have
Right,
been
right.
nothing.
I gotcha. I know what you're
So
saying. All right. Well, follow us on Instagram at Aunt and Andrew. And maybe next week we'll agree on something.
time will tell. Bye.